the main thing, because again, many people get caught into these make quick money online things. That first of all, they think that it's super easy. You know, those kind of like marketers that they are like, yeah, you can make $1,000 per day just by following these steps. It is not true. Like, I've tried, I've done it, I've fallen for it. It is just not true, and it will require work. And if not as much as they are probably working right now, you know. I remember at the beginning I was working my 8 hours on my business, you know, every day.
Mm-hmm.
um, but the first thing that you need to find out is what you're really passionate about. Because if you just want to make money, then just get a job, right? But if
Right.
you really want to like build something online that is going to help you to have like a better life and you know, to actually feel like fulfilled, then you need to find out what you are passionate about. And once you have find that out, then you need to find, okay, what can you offer that is related to that, that there is actually a market for it. Because, you know, I could be, I don't know, passionate about pens, you know, but then I wouldn't know how to sell pens. So just like, you need to figure out if you can actually sell whatever you're selling. And how you can do that is just like search for other people who are doing it. You know, if there is one person who has succeed, you can do it as well. And that comes also with like limiting beliefs, by the way, that we all have, kind of like, I can't do that, that is not going to work for me. um so yeah, I would actually say as well, again, I'm jumping from one thing to another, but I would say as well, break like those limiting beliefs that we all have. Kind of like, stop thinking that you can't do anything, because we are able to do anything we want to, as long as we want to put the time and effort into it. um, and yeah, once you find out, you know, what you're passionate about, what is your niche or your ideal client, then it's just like, follow like a process, and don't get too anxious to become like famous or, you know, like super successful in like 2 months, because it's just not going to happen. And by the way, the reason I'm saying this is because my first mentor, his program was like, yeah, you will join it and you will be making $1,000 per week by week 4. And it's just like, great, you know. And again, I was doing the mentor with other people.
Mm-hmm.
The other people already had an Instagram account. Some of them had an e-commerce store. Another girl had already 7,000 followers on Instagram. And it actually, it just took me like 3 weeks to get my first sale. But when then I tried to apply that into my own clients, I could see that it was just not true. And what I was selling, it was just like, you really need to be like a hard working person to actually make that happen. um so it's just like, just be real, be genuine, and don't try to make up things to sound cool or to attract people who is going to give you money. Because then if you can't actually give them the results they
Right.
want, then it's just not going to work, you know. And that's why when I started to see that, then it was like, okay, so what am I missing? And then it was like, if I want someone to actually have a business online, then I have to learn about business, not just about Instagram. So then it's like, okay, you learn. And then I combine the information in my mentor program, and so on, right? With marketing, with how do you actually get clients, how to get the sales, you know. So all of this is just like, it is a process. And again, another thing that I would say is just like, just work with someone. Like, it is cool if you want to be like, I want to do this on my own and I will get it and so on. Cool, but it might take you like 2 years, right? When you
Right.
actually work with someone who knows like the steps and who can guide you, it's just like much easier. And again, for me, it's just like much better to do that.
Right.
Um, and yeah, another thing that I would say is that if you are starting something, do not compare yourself
Mm.
to someone who is already like successful, because and I'm guilty of that as of right now as well, because I see like these girls, who are working with like super big brands, and they are getting whatever amount of clients, and I'm still not. And it's just like, wait a second, like, she started 5 years ago. She already had whatever the email list, the Facebook group with like 5,000 people there. So it's just like, when you are starting, first of all, like, be honest about that with your audience. It's okay to start. Everyone has to start from zero. And second, like, just like, be yourself and provide the best value that you can. And by the way, that's the other thing. When you are going to offer something that you are really passionate about, is because you already have the knowledge of
Hmm.
it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you don't need to fake anything. You don't need to make up things. Just like, it will come easily. And then you will have to follow like a strategy and like a process. But the content inside is just like, it's already done.
So did you answer the question within that answer? Did you answer what you would do tomorrow? What specific business would you launch tomorrow? Would it be business coaching? Would it be, you kind of mentioned earlier that, Instagram's a little saturated. What's
Everything's saturated
well,
right
that's a great point. Everything's saturated, so
now.
you have to differentiate yourself somehow. But so, what specifically would you do tomorrow?
I would actually keep doing what I'm doing, because again, it's giving me the lifestyle that I want, the freedom that I want, the fact that I can work whenever I want. And again, I'm saying this, but I also want to like highlight that it wasn't like that at the beginning, that
Right.
it takes
Yeah.
time. So like, if someone wants to start doing this, don't get into the idea that this is going to happen like overnight. That is not true. But you will get there, right? So again, my two passions are like helping people and traveling. So if I combine those two, and then I created like an online business that allows me to help someone, to quit their office jobs and then create something online that they are passionate about. And I have the freedom to be traveling, to choose where I want to live, as long as there is Wi-Fi and so on. Just like, right now, I wouldn't choose anything else, just like, I got where I wanted to be. So yeah.